Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of SpeedGaming Live 2021. This tournament race is between jkoper and Antlerz44. Should be a good matchup here. We are about to start. My name is Homer J. Smash. Joining me tonight is XO. Trying to figure out exactly what's going on here, but we will be with you for this race. This race is I would say normal flag set. The one kind of interesting new flag is that we have Force Overworld block, which is new for this update. What that means is they are going to need to find one of the items, or potentially more of the items, but basically they're looking for ladder, recorder, raft, power bracelet, because that is going to block either a dungeon or the white sword item, or both. And we are off. XO, any predictions for the race?
You want the troll predictions, or who's going to win?
Oh, the troll predictions. Yeah, what are the blocks going to be?
So I want to see a wood sword block, because I haven't seen one yet in one of these races.
We find level 3 immediately, 2 screens north of start. Yeah, the wood sword block flag is another one that's on. Basically, what that means is once we see our Armos item, whatever that is could open up the wood sword cave. If it is ladder, whatever is at the coast could open up the wood sword cave.
Right.
This is going to be a short trip into 3 here.
Yeah, this should be a very, very close race. I mean, routing dependent, but both of these runners are very familiar playing low percent and running vanilla. So, I mean, two very skilled competitors.
Absolutely. I expect it to be close as well. For my money, Antlerz jkoper, this is up there with the one of the top matches in the group stage we have here. I got the pleasure of calling Sci-Town and Chesterk last night. That's another one where it's just two people that, if I told you they won this whole tournament, you would not be surprised.
Right. Yep, totally agree. I didn't get to see that race. There's a sword.
Yeah, no blocks this time. That was pretty quick, too.
Yeah, I shouldn't take Koper too long to venture that way, assuming he heads to the east.
Let's see if Antlerz gets his lucky bomb drop. He does not.
Shakes his head in disgust.
Yes, it's one of my favorite things about this tournament is we have the face cams in the restream, so you can see just how they feel about all of the different things that they can feel about.
That's right.
And you'll notice jkoper runs as his Trogdor sprite as he gets his wood sword here. Antlerz is going to go back into 3. I believe there was a dig dogger in here that we saw, and then there was a room with some bunnies, I believe, that they weren't able to do anything with. Nice reverse clip here to get through this dig dogger room. Here's the bunny room. Yeah, so this south shutter door, let's see what's back through here. 3 is one of my favorite levels to find early just because it's small and there's a stair item in it. Sometimes 2, you know, depending on the combat or what's in there, you could get bogged down. Antler gets a heart.
This combat's totally doable.
Absolutely.
No whiz roads.
Yeah, the Lionels being the worst things here. The likes and the Pulse voice kind of can take a lot of stabs, but it's not hard. It's just time consuming. There's a Triforce for 3. Have to be careful of the Stalfos with this flag set because second quest enemies are on, which means we will have our swordless red bubbles.
Yeah, it seems to be something that, I don't want to say trips people up, but takes people by surprise in these second quest enemies between the alternate keys that may have more HP, and then, of course, the Stalfos, if you, like you said, fail to remember that they're going to throw a sword eventually.
There's the oh-so-useful compass that we find. And unfortunately, he is on the wrong side of that chute, not able to do anything there. We have Wizrobes on the overworld. Jkoper is exploring this northeast section. Lost Hills, we're going to get a look at our Armos item, I would assume, since we have not seen that one yet. Not here.
Wizards on the overworld usually leads to more potential deaths, but should be a quicker seed if the toughest enemy they gotta fight in a dungeon is Dark One.
Yeah, what's your take on that? Would you rather see them on the overworld than in the dungeons?
I think I'd rather have Wizards on the overworld, just because you're not forced to combat them. But especially when you got like the red Wizards in the forest where they start spawning sporadically, it can get a little dicey.
This is not our push there. It did a nice swag clip into the block there to push it.
You know, like the screen Coper's on right now, all the Wizards do not spawn at one time. They start spawning individually. Really throw off the timing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in level 5 here in this Armos. We have a ladder block, so maybe the key door up at the top. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to see this until we get a ladder. Antlerz is going to take his Triforce out of here, and he's going to be on his way.
Good sign, fires will go down to a bomb.
Yeah, that's always good to see. Yeah, absolutely. I believe this means that our Armos item is going to be over at the grave, since I believe we've seen the other 4 locations. If jkoper gets a key drop here.
Yep, that would be correct. Like it to be anything but the power bracelet. It's just not random enough.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's gonna treat this like Vanilla 5, use some bombs to take care of these blue dark nuts. Not getting a great pattern for this. Does get a heart, helps. It's a little hard to see his health. It looks like he's got the light blue heart sprite, but I believe he has 2 hearts.
Yep.
And now he's all full. Much easier to have this with sword beams. 1 bomb left. Probably doesn't want to waste it now. Would like to set up a force through the dungeon at least. I like to hang on to 1 bomb if I can.
Yeah, totally agree. It's going to be very interesting. Antler's not having any bombs, having to abandon the spot in the southwest corner is a check, and potentially if he doesn't get any here, that infamous south of the very push block as well.
Yep, absolutely. And he's on the 3 count for his global, so it's going to be a little bit before he gets that bomb. Not getting it here. We are going to see our first secret. Okay, medium secret 40. Very nice. And
like
jkoper finds the transport. So one of the other quirks with the flag set is that we have second quest mixed overworld. All that work, and he's got a ladder block. So has to do all that over again at some point. We have 67 for our arrows today, level 6. Second quest mixed overworld, that means that any spot could open. And it also means that the secret allocation is the same as second quest.
For monies, right?
What's that?
For monies.
For, yeah, well, everything. The cave distribution is going to be the same. But the big thing that people want to really think about is definitely for your money. You only get 1 large secret. There's the bow at the Armos. That is a nice Armos item. Got to get off the screen. If he gets some money here, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and buys those arrows. We're going to get a look at the coast item as well. Maybe. I didn't see it.
I totally missed it.
Oh, we found level 1 at the coast as well. Not sure if it was... There's the any key just out of reach there in 1. Maybe the raft on the coast? I'm assuming it was something brown.
It had to be something brown.
Coast was book, according to a tracker.
That'd be perfect.
Kairos is our tracker this evening. Thank you for keeping us honest. It's going to try to pop open this door here.
Yeah. You're going to take any cave for any one of these runners. Get a free candle.
Yeah, no candles so far. We did find the candle store. I think it was 60 65, 66, something like that. Chat can help me out with the exact amount. I don't remember. It was about what the arrow was. There's 26. 63 for the candle tonight. Koper trying to get some bombs here. As yeah, I hate this feeling as a runner. You're passing all of these caves that you can't open because you don't have the right items.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you already have the one sword, you kind of want to be able to dip in if they have to be levels, but
absolutely.
You know, but I mean, it's just imagine yourself still trying to look for that sword, and you wouldn't be able to get those anyway with that candle. So.
No, but I mean, you know, the sword was right there. So for me as a runner, I'm thinking, okay, the other person got this immediately as well, and if they went to a different dungeon and got lucky, and you know, they found the red candle or they got the power bracelet, and you're just like looking at the clock and thinking about all those minutes coming by.
We gotta teach you how to stress less about
let's see. We found some more door repairs here, some potion shops. Antlerz is checking all the stuff that we saw jkoper check earlier, so this is not going to be anything we haven't seen. jkoper's going to check the forgotten spot here.
Now, did Koper check the northeast already?
I believe he did the Armos and went down. I don't think we saw the actual northeast corner.
Okay.
And we're not going to get it right now either. Unfortunately, It takes a death. Not happy about that.
See where he goes from here. Either straight back or not quite enough bombs to hit the mountain.
No, jkoper's about to get his bow. Yeah, you know me. I don't like to prioritize Death Mountain. Although, if I were in jkoper's shoes, that would be something that I would do at this point, just because I don't have a candle and there's not much else for me to do. So I'd go up there and try to force a bomb.
Yep. There's an immediate save. Not quite enough to get arrows yet, though.
No, not quite enough to get arrows, not quite enough to get candle, but close on both. There's our arrow price again. It's going to keep looking for bombs here. I don't like farming bombs off of Gibdos. I find them to be pretty stingy on the bombs. Does get enough now. He's at 76 rupees. Let's see if he goes shopping.
Yeah, I think you got to buy that candle, right?
I would.
Koper's got the same.
Yeah, I'll be curious if Koper goes back to level 6 and gets the arrows. That's what I would do. If I were in his shoes. Right
if
here.
He was right there, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's heading to do.
So where was the candle shop?
The candle shop, I don't remember. I think that jkoper is the one that found it.
Okay, so maybe it was in the forest under one of the armors.
Yeah, I know there was a level in the small secret Armos, as Koper's going to go back into 3 here. He does have a key, so potentially we're going to see what's up here in this one room. Antler's got a pretty lucky global bomb drop there. He's in a good place for it, so he can check all these South Coast spots. We know this Stig Dogger is not necessary, which is nice. He's able to clear this bunny room way faster. Antler's going to spend his money on bombs instead.
Well, he hasn't seen that. I don't think he's seen that candle shop, so.
It's a bit curious to me just because he did see arrows. And, you know, I guess probably he's thinking, let me buy something before I lose the money to a door repair.
Right. I mean, but this also assures him he's going to be able to get that northeast completely cleared out with the 4 bomb spots, mono rock and everything around there.
Yeah, I don't like going up there without bombs, just because it's so far out of the way. As Koper sees the Triforce on the floor, he's going to find his item if he does not go down, although he does have some arrows. I'm not sure if he has enough to clear that room. Maybe if he gets... Yeah, he probably has enough now. So this is something where, you know, routing really makes a big difference. he gets the arrows before he gets to the dungeon, and oh, plus he's got sword boots, so this is no issue for him at all. Big combat advantage right now for jkoper. You know, does have to spend the money to use the arrows, but the two damage points against 1 damage point is it's so huge, especially with the bunny rooms. I mean, it's like instant kills.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, assured range combat. You know, much like having a wand, you don't have to have full hearts, so.
And I forgot, we didn't get the item out of here, so that dig dogger actually might be necessary. I'm curious if he spends his key to check this one room up here.
Right, yeah, because we're down to either the key door, the dig dogger, or the ladder.
Did we see the old man?
Nope.
So the old man could be in the bottom room, or the top, or he could be in this room right here.
Oh man, Antler's gonna take a stab at level 5 now. We know it's gonna be pretty fruitless unless he finds a bum hole that Koper didn't discover.
The other thing, Koper has bombs when Antlerz did not, so he's able to check these rooms up here. Obviously, this is not going to be it because there's a shutter door. And this is also not it. Is not going to spend his key. Yeah, this is a bit of a slog. I don't like fighting rooms filled with dark. Oh, he's saving the key. Okay, here we go. That's smart. So he's just saving. He's going to check this key door, and then this way, if it's not what he wants, he can always retry, get his key back. Super smart.
Takes a second death there. You might want to think about coming back later. Nope, he's going to go back in. He likes the pain.
Yeah, that's the old man there. So jkoper's going to check out level 3, which we saw from Antlerz. I don't remember. Yeah, just a door repair. So they're tied up with everything except for jkoper has the advantage with arrows. Antlerz has the advantage in wallet, but that's not really doing anything for him currently.
Just dormant money.
This is a cave. This is a candle shop. Okay.
All right.
Potentially relevant.
All right. While we got this exploration and combat going on, I'm going to take a 30-second break.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll be right back. Thank you.
I think Antlerz will still be in this room when you come back.
I know. 1 second.
All right. Let's see. jkoper is heading back over here. Antlerz takes another hit. Can't take another one. Those Dark Nuts do 2 HP damage. jkoper is going to get his 16 rupees, put him up to a swole 29. Yeah, this room is the transport stair. Nice job there, Antlerz, clearing that room. This takes you to the transport stair, and then there was an immediate ladder block. jkoper is now in candle money. Let's see if he goes and buys his candle now. Unfortunately, doesn't have any bombs, so there's nothing he could do about it. He is not happy. I would not be either. That is a really poop feeling right there. You spend all that time, and you come up with nothing.
Koper did the same thing.
He sure did, yeah. So he doesn't know it, but it's not really that much of a time loss. I think that Koper did it a little cleaner, so I don't think he died as much. But there we go. Antlerz now with his candle. And I expect jkoper to have it not for too long, not to go too much longer without it. Needs to be careful here.
Yeah, he's heading in that direction. If he happens to take a death, I'm sure he'll hit the one in the southwest corner. But
and there's our large secret, 78.
Could be worse.
It definitely could be worse. It could be 28 rupees worse, in fact.
Yeah.
78 is not too bad, though. I don't mind that.
No, with a 40 mid-secret.
Especially with the 40, yeah. And 16 for the small. Really, money is not that bad. And arrows rolled, down. They're at 60, what, 67, something like that. So they're like down 13.
Yep.
Candle is only 3 up. Bombs are a little more expensive. There's the better look at the book on the coast. Book is Atlas with this flag set, so definitely something that you want to get in.
So the ladder might be the key to this seed. Between the potential block and getting that any key out of 1. And of course, we've seen the blocks in 3 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like getting all the maps early too. I mean, the Atlas is such a huge item.
Oh yeah, with shapes especially.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. We're gonna see the northeast corner here. Let's see if we can get some bombs up here. Hopefully, we can check these caves as well. Koper has his candle out of the same cave that Antlerz found. He has bombs, so when he heads up here, we're going to be able to check it. This could be some separation here. Another 3 on the global. And potential here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the screen you want after you see that clock.
Absolutely. It doesn't get it,
nope.
Unfortunately. Needs one more enemy, one more bomb dropper to have a chance at another global.
Yeah. Pretty reasonable keys and need.
Here's some more money. Another 16 rupees. We're gonna see what this bomb situation is up here. This could be pretty pivotal if this, you know, if the cave to the left of where jkoper is now, if that's something, or this one up here that Antlerz is gonna walk by, jkoper is gonna buy meat. Why not?
Sure. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just, so far Antlerz has been lucky that none of the bombs he's missed
haven't been necessary. Yeah, haven't been necessary, but definitely, even just for knowledge, you know, you don't want to have to come back here. Let's see what this is. Oh boy, level 6. Level 6, which Koper's going to come back, can check the letter cave, come back in. Antlerz takes a heart out of the take any. And Antlerz finds level 4 in the waterfall, so I assume jkoper will find that here shortly too, once he's done with 6. But if 6 takes a long time, as more of these pulls voice.
Yeah, I would be leaving immediately.
He knows where the arrow shop is, you know, but just on the other side of the world.
I know, but still, it's like, I mean, you're gonna spend a good like 2-3 minutes clearing out this room. No, maybe 2. But
yeah, still. it's one of those things where it's like, if the dungeon's filled with pulls voice, then it makes sense to go, because it's just going to take you so long. But it's 4, you know, there might be not that many rooms in here that you have to clear. If this is 8 or something, as jkoper gets the other arrow that you want, silver arrows in 6.
That's unfortunate. I mean, it's fortunate for Koper. It's unfortunate.
Well, for Antlerz, for sure, since he doesn't know that dungeon exists yet. And it might be a little while before he comes back there.
But it was more so the shutter door with those bunnies, combined with those bunnies, that, you know, really would give me pause, because you take a death and now you got to clear that room again.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad thing. I think that Antlerz is so skilled with combat that he's going to be able to clear it out pretty fast. Not as fast as jkoper, obviously. Let's see if this is a staircase for Antlerz. He really needs something to kind of even up the score here with the arrows. He gets a white sword or a wand.
Well, you know, pack of bombs, maybe.
Well, yeah, he's on the wrong side of the waterfall for that. Right. Does get the Triforce location. jkoper is in this kind of this moat room. I hate this palette. I complain about this every time I see it on stream. It's so hard to see. I can't tell what's going on here. This is not the staircase. It drops a rupee.
Oh, another ladder block.
Triforce right there next to start. Let's see if this is the map. More bunnies. And definitely I like to do these rooms with sword beams, because you can usually get 2 for 1.
Oh, yeah.
But he's making short work of the pulls voice here. Koper finds not much in the 6 yet.
He did pick one other key, which is key. He's without a sword.
Yeah, must have gotten hit by a red bubble.
Yeah, it's full like
Triforce is free. Always nice to see, especially with red bubbles. You know, that way you know, worst case scenario, I can always come back and get this. This room drops, but not really anything he's going to care too much about. Did get his bomb pack.
Yeah, you're not kidding with this palette. You can barely see the blocks.
Yeah, it's awful. This is the worst palette in the game, and I find it in every single seed, I think. Hopefully Antlerz makes his way over. This could be it here. We could have another recorder blocked item. And
No
lots
keys.
of key doors.
Yeah.
So where is the recorder?
Can't be in 9, right?
No, no important items in 9 in this flag set. This could be an item here. For Antlerz, not for jkoper, obviously. And it's not. Well, if you're into troll blocks, then you're hoping that the Dig Dogger is hiding. This also. Oh, here we go. Here's our map.
See another key door. It does have a key.
Does get the key.
It's got choices though. And that far column in the first E, he can go both north and south out of that middle room.
Yeah, I think he's gonna throw a bomb. Yeah, throw a bomb here. And this was a good decision because that's not it. This 6, I don't know if you saw the map on jkoper's. It kind of looks like vanilla 6, at least what he had explored so far.
Yeah, that long spine down
Yeah.
on one side.
Still looking for the Triforce here. Not there.
That's interesting. I mean, I understand, you need the Triforce, you want to clear it out, but it is a larger dungeon, and you already got the item like 2 rooms in. Would you consider leaving? Oh.
Yeah, that's not the key, unfortunately. That's a Chevy. So it's going to pick up his Triforce and get out of here.
Yep. Yeah, I guess my point was like knowing that the ladder is not in 6 because you've picked up the silver arrows. Would you move on knowing that the maps are on the coast?
Yeah, for me, I like to finish dungeons once I'm in there. If I can freely move about, if I'm finding myself blocked and I already have the item, then yeah, screw it, because whatever I need is not in here. And maybe I'll get, a wand or a red ring or something that'll make me go a lot faster through this. But especially the other thing to think about is where the dungeon is. This one's kind of in an annoying place to get to, and I don't believe we've seen the any roads yet. So
no, we haven't. Yep.
Nowhere easy to get there, So it's one of those things where it's like, if you can clear it while you're here, you might as well just clear it. Now, if I get blocked and I get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon, then yeah, screw it, maybe. Let's just get out of here.
Right. I mean, it's starting to become a very, very large ship 6. Looking at the coverage on the Coper's map.
This is, I guess, a room he already cleared. Otherwise, that would have been the map. Yeah, he's all in line with your thinking. He's out of there. Yeah. He'll come back later, get his Triforce. Antlerz is in the Deadwoods. So far, hasn't seen anything. I guess, is Coper still bubble cursed?
He may be.
Or was he just, maybe he's...
I mean, he was. He definitely was. But not sorting down those, even stabbing at those guys, I'm pretty sure he probably still is.
He's going to find level 4 soon. Luckily, he's going to be able to clear... Well, he's going to be able to get the Triforce for sure, because it's free.
Right.
And most of the enemy set here was going to take his heart, get his, for sure, white sword item if he ever finds it. Oh, Antlerz just too far onto the right side of the screen.
No, poor guy. I mean, just the facial expressions.
Yeah, he's well, we've all been there. He's struggling a little bit. He's not really that far behind. You know, he just doesn't have the arrows.
Right.
But
yep.
I don't think they were that far into 6. I don't think he's going to miss them once he gets there.
No, it's just a matter of when does he get back to the northeast.
Yeah, maybe maybe the any roads will pop you out of. Oh, here we go. We did find the any roads. We just didn't take them. Here's the ladder block. I was gonna say this takes us over to Spectacle Rock. If this pops you over in the like power bracelet spot up there in the Lost Hills, that might get him back into the silvers quicker. I like this play though. I like to if the any roads takes me over here, I like to check, you know, the onesie-twosie spots.
Oh yeah, totally agree.
Okay, this is like middle of the map. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, they're really actually not terrible. I mean, the one by the river is probably the most useless.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that's nice about that is it takes away a ladder spot. You know, you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Coper's going to see his free Triforce there. No bombs for Antlers. Let's see what's in level 1.
There.
I guess he already did level 1 probably when he didn't have a candle. So we're going to do Candle Row instead. There's the raft. Okay, this could be good for Antlers if this ends up being something necessary.
Like a white sword ladder?
Well, it can't be the white sword ladder. We have a white sword raft.
Oh, right.
That'd be a trick. But we did find level 2. That's a good find. 30 minutes in.
Yep. Looking for 2 floor items here. Well, really 1, since there's no hard shuffle.
And jkoper at long last is sorted again. Gonna use a key here, as Antlers is not. Antlers lost his sword. Yeah. But there will be blue bubbles in here somewhere. You might not be able to access them, but
right.
That is one of the new things with the update. There's our map. Not too bad.
Nope.
Might buy this.
He's gonna buy that.
Yeah, might buy. Oh, and it's good too. Wow, plus 6.
Yeah, that's like the only thing he's with all the bad bomb luck he's had so far. It was like the one good thing I think he's seen.
Absolutely.
So he's going to pick that Triforce up because that could be a potential push block.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's a normal drop room anyways. Right. But actually, in 2, I feel... Well, yeah, no, that drops in 2 as well.
Yeah,
so
and it drops in that upper right-hand corner.
It does. Yeah, it does. So he's going to go back. I would go right back there and kill those, push that block. Oh, actually, no. What am I thinking? This is 2. He doesn't want to push a block.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a valid point. He picked up the Triforce to get his sword back. Probably.
He got the Triforce. Yeah, there were blue bubbles in there. I think he probably just took it just to
take it.
Because you're going to take it.
Yeah. Coper gets that Triforce in 4. Catching up to Antlers in the Triforce department.
Yeah, he did. And he had more keys, but did not see the item either that I saw. So looks like Recorder.
Yep.
It's going to be the key to this seed, perhaps. Here we got a vertical shoot room.
That's not good. Gotta go. Yeah, all these Recorder blocks, maybe they're just hiding bananas in the right.
And this was the old man. So that vertical shoot doesn't open up from down here.
Nope.
That will never bomb. If that was a mugger, he knows it too. He's shaking his head.
Right. Mugger or meat block.
Mugger, meat block, you can open that up. And here's some more bombs. Maybe go ahead and just clip through here.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't need to combat this room.
Nope. I'm not as good at the clips, so I would have just spent the bombs just to get through it. Here's a heart. So that's the floor heart, most likely. I don't believe we've seen the heart anywhere. There's going to be one heart in the shuffle. The vanilla.
No, we have not seen it yet.
And there's the boomerang. So
all right.
2 is not the issue, and it's probably fine for Antlerz since jkoper is entering as he's exiting.
Yep.
So really, it's still pretty even, I would say. Antlerz, currently has the Triforce lead, but that's pretty non-essential because Coper's going to get his Triforce super quickly. Koper obviously with the huge advantage with the silvers and the combat advantage just with the being able to clear these pulse voice rooms faster and things like these fires.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all that separates the two at this point. It's the arrows.
Yep, absolutely.
So we'll see.
And bombs. So Antlerz is going to have 6 more bomb capacity because Koper spent all that money on the meat and the arrows and the candle and all that, so he's not going to be able to afford this. Probably ever. I don't expect him to come back to 2 to get this, if he does get money later.
Yeah. But yeah, with 14 bombs, seems like a right opportunity. Head up to the mountain.
Yeah.
She holds.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad call. 35 minutes in, we're still missing. Let's see, what do we found? 1, 2, 3. Actually, what are we missing? 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, and 9.
And there is the wood sword purchase. So essentially, for all intents and purposes, we're tied up. Koper does have a lot more exploration in level 6.
Right. Well, we'll have to see whether or not that, really matters.
Right. I mean, Antlerz could go in there and right order it. And,
yep.
5 room it or something. Get the silvers and get out of there.
Absolutely. I mean, because we know, ladder, I guess, is ladder an essential item? Important item?
Yeah. Yeah, ladder will not be in 9.
Okay, so we know that's going to be not in 1, because 1's ladder blocked, right?
Correct.
So either, 5, 7, or 8.
Yep. Antlerz finds a take any and takes the potion. Great choice, since the red bubble curse takes away your sword. I don't like going into 9 without a potion of some sort, just so I can for sure kill Ganon.
No, absolutely, totally agree. And with the thing I also find about these seeds are, even though you're not like a true low percent runner, you're not running 3 or 5 hearts. Just the fact that heart shuffle is off, the runners aren't going to spend the time to dig out hearts. You're not looking for item 4 drops outside of level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So, don't be surprised if a lot of these guys, finish races with 10 or less hearts just because they don't come across them.
No, totally agree. Once I get the compass location, I don't clear rooms anymore, unless I can clear it in a couple of seconds, if I need keys or bombs or something, but otherwise, no, forget it. I'm taking the push block rooms only and going to take the Triforce and get out of there. Does take a heart here. Not really much point in leaving this open. If you find a take any and it's near level 9 or it's near start or something, sometimes I'll leave take any's if I'm pretty comfortable with my heart situation. Especially with money being tight, it's nice to have a backup potion.
Yeah, no easy way to get back up there though. So
no, definitely not. Take the heart.
Yeah, take it. So West Death Mountain, rather. 2 take any's seem to be the only fruitful thing up there.
Yeah, which is okay, but 38 minutes. I don't want to find take any's.
No, you want levels, right? Yep.
Take any's you want to find in the first 5 minutes, so I can get my candle. But after that, like whatever.
So
we have another high 5.
Yeah, the only and again, knowledge, right? Antlerz has to get back up to the northeast to find 6. But right now, they both equally know where everything is outside of that 1 level.
Yeah, it's curious. We have to be missing Unless 5 is not ladder blocked, which we didn't spend all the bombs in 5 to find out.
Yep. Yeah, that was kind of the point I was trying to get to, is that we're fastly approaching the time where these guys are gonna have to go back to that level 5 and potentially find another way.
Yeah, we're just running out of things to do. I'm trying to think if there's between the two of them. We may have. We have the coast raft spot that we haven't checked yet, and that might be it.
Yeah, outside of blocked, blocked map locations or overworld locations.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking of like actually get to currently. I think that coast raft is the only one that we haven't seen. I don't recall second quest level 7.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm assuming somebody checked it.
Yeah,
Here we go. This is level 7. Okay, they didn't do the forest.
Yep.
Okay, so 8 or 9 is going to be blocked by something. Or both.
Or both. Yep. Hopefully we can get a ladder out of here. Get a ladder out of here that's going to really speed things up.
Yeah, ladder would be huge. We got a wall master in this room. Luckily, we can block the cliff.
Yep.
Oh, there boy! Wow!
Nice. Again, this is me, but I would be leaving immediately.
And he thinks he's behind, right? Because it's 40 minutes in, and this was just in a burn bush, and it was right here. Little does he know that jkoper also does not have this.
Right. But I mean, I'd leave right now. You've got any key right next to the Atlas, and you can come back here in a heartbeat, but you pick up those 2 utility items.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a good call. He does have the map here. Again, it's one of those things like, just finish it out while you're here. But if he finds, like, if this doesn't bomb, which it doesn't, now you're looking at, key blocks here. It does start to get to a point where it's like, let me just go get all the keys. I don't know if I'm assuming he saw the any key.
He did. He saw the block when he was over that area. Yeah, it looks like he is going to depart.
I think he's going to try to pop open the south door. I think he just forgot. Yeah, he just forgot which door he was going in, I think. And this one does open, so hopefully the Triforce is quick. Although jkoper is right on his heels, so...
Yeah, and I mean, this is, like you pointed out, outside of 9 or 8, this could be potentially the only other dungeon he has yet to find without, recorder and power bracelet.
So maybe we get a recorder blocked Triforce in here. That would be nice. They clear all these rooms just to find out that they need to get that dig dogger. Here's the 7 check. So nobody did the forest. Neither one of them have done these. But this is, I believe, the last cave other than Coast Raft.
And well, there's nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, interestingly, they both got their candles at that Arbos in the East Forest, and then they routed, to the northeast, and up and over.
They did.
Completely left this area.
Yeah,
so now we know 8's blocked. Antler's scratching his head.
8 is the block. So at this point, once you get power bracelet or recorder, I guess maybe check the coast raft because you're going to go over there anyways to get the book.
Yeah.
So assuming that that's not 8, then I'm only checking. I mean, that's all they have to check anyways because they've done everything else. But there's a block, so there's no point in checking any cave that's not blocked. Here's the compass. Was that? Have we been in that room?
Here's a scenario for you, though, right? Antler's. Well, he's got to find 6, and ideally he just doesn't go past the, the silvers and 6. I find it hard that he would, but, if he finds 8 on that raft location, and he finds 9 prior to going there, he's then got all his levels, and he would potentially just not dig items thinking, you know,
True.
hey, let's go to 9 and get the silvers out of there potentially.
Yeah, could be.
So we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't come to fruition, but it's possible.
Yeah, this is it. This is the dig. That's what I thought. This is the dig dogger. This is a recorder block Triforce.
Oh, is it? That's nice.
Well, maybe, because isn't this? Yeah, this is.
Unless the stair pops you out on the other side.
Does it? Yeah, maybe it does.
Maybe. Lucky.
Oh, the dream is dead. But
No,
he doesn't have any bombs.
Oh, poor Antlers. Bombs.
And these are not bomb droppers. Wow.
That's
what a troll.
I mean, nice. It's not that far in, you know, but still,
right.
You hate to see it.
Somebody mentioned in chat earlier, and he's totally right. jkoper, we might as well not be watching his face. I mean, there is no reaction. That's not that's the wrong foot there.
That's just Coper. You know,
yeah, he is just totally even keel through everything.
Yeah.
At least Antlers realized the I do that too, the burn bush thing. You know, you're used to the burn bush on the one north of that, and so you just kind of are going fast.
Yeah, and this is also where, like, you know, the race is kind of takes over because, you know, we know he doesn't have to check any of these burn spots.
Right.
Right. We know it's a block, but he's just going through the motions, and you get caught up on things like, does he remember the any keys in 1?
Yeah, I mean, they saw that a long time ago. So, yeah, maybe...
Yeah.
Coper checked the RAS spot and it was the letter. Opted not to take it. I know some people don't like it because it kind of gets stuck in their inventory. You know, you can't use it. Has to be careful here. Only 2 hearts left.
Yeah, I never understood it because unless you're manually selecting your items, it's not like it pops up. The letter doesn't pop up on select swap. Right, as an item? I don't think.
No, the letter, yeah, you scroll through the letter.
Do you? Okay.
So it's just one more select.
I expect when Antlers comes across that, he will also pass. He is not one to pick up the letter.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I always pick it up just because, I mean, even if I have a potion, I'll pick it up. Because why not? I'd rather have it. All right, here we go. So he's got the book. Coper's got the book. We're in 47 minutes into this race. We're doing the same thing. This is going to take him to the top right, I bet. It's going to be our transport.
So, yeah, and jkoper did exactly what I thought Antlers might do. When he got that ladder in 7, he bailed almost immediately.
Yeah, he poked around there for a little bit, but you're right. He kind of did that ahead of time once he got the ladder. But he did the exploration kind of on the front end, so I'd be curious if the situation was exactly the same, if he would have bailed immediately or if he would have stayed. Don't die here. Another recorder block.
Is it the troll staircase? It is.
Here's the compass.
The item could be, a floor item could be on the other side of this, though. We're just going to check.
Yep, definitely want to check. It's not, because jkoper already did this, so we knew that. But jkoper does get the heart out of here, which again, that could be the item. There could be 2 hearts in here. He's at Mag's potential, sitting at 11 heart. This is a drop room in 1.
I think we have not seen Magical Sword. Correct me if I'm wrong. Recall seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it if we did. This is not a drop room for Coper, but it is the flute. Huge item. We know that level 8 is blocked, so either it's blocked by the flute directly, or it's blocked by the power bracelet. I guess there's one ladder spot that they haven't checked.
That's right. 1 ladder spot, and we got 2, potential recorder blocks in 1 and 3, 1 and 4. that could potentially be blocking that other progression.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say, that it could indirectly be blocking.
Yep.
So if Recorder leads to Power Bracelet and Power Bracelet is blocking 8, then that could be interesting. Here's the Triforce room for Copra. I didn't see what the other item. Oh, the other item was the Yeti key, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Totally forgot. It's one room in.
Yeah, we had that already.
Yep.
Antlers has to be careful through here. One heart's going to be kind of a bummer for this room that jkoper's in. Does have a man, just skirts around that Dig Dogger. I was going to go ahead and kill him.
Very.
Not really sure why. Maybe. Oh, he doesn't have the compass. That's why.
No. Yeah, he's still looking. But
yeah, he doesn't. I don't know where Coper found that then.
I think it was up in the north in that A column or the B column.
All right, so Coper's out of 1, so he's got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Knows where 5 is. Just needs to get the Triforce out of 6. Needs to go back to 7 to get the Triforce.
Yeah, the best part about this is with that recorder, they've got. I mean, he has endless options, right? You either look for 8, or you go back to those dungeons and possibly grab that other item.
Yeah, I think if I were in his shoes, I would have gone next door to the recorder block cave,
yes.
right next to the coast, and then I would have gone up here to the level 2 screen, vanilla level 2, and then done 5, just to check off the potential 8s on the way. Antlers gets his Triforce out of here as well.
Yeah, it's very curious. I mean, it's, you know, we know they need the Triforces out of those ladder dungeons. So we also know they got to find that level 8, and it's either recorder or power bracelet blocked at this point. So do you clear the 10 recorder spots on the overworld, hoping to find it? When you don't, you know you got to dig.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would go. I would try to go on the path. I'm not sure why Antlers is back in here.
I think he forgot about the any key.
Yeah, could be. I did.
Yeah, so did I.
So yeah, Coper's gonna check this spot. I mean, it makes sense. It's right by start, and you know that you have it. Because if this is power bracelet, then you can kind of check everything as you go. But for me, I want to find 8 because I want to know if I need to dig out an item out of 6, an item out of 7. This is the wand, which is going to help with these Dark Nut rooms. Also, if you get swordless first.
Yep.
Yeah, Antlers is just wasting time now. He does not need to be in here anymore. He already has both the items.
Yep.
And he has the container heart.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I mean, like you mentioned, we both forgot about the key.
Absolutely. I'm sure I would have if I was running as well.
Yeah, right. You know, so if he didn't track it necessarily,
right?
You know, like on a tracker that he had it, and it kind of blended in with the floor. You know, it's possible that he forgot that he picked it up.
Yeah, he's going to be a little confused after this room. Hopefully, he just assumes it was a heart or something and bails. He's like, what?
Yep, there it was. There it was. No.
So let's see if he goes to this recorder spot that's right here.
Yep.
He does. So this could be huge.
If it's 8.
If this is 8. It is a cave. And it's going to be, what, a small secret? And as jkoper is right on it. I mean, really, they've just been doing the same thing the whole time.
Yeah. Yep.
For Antler's sake, really, he wants to find 6 before he finds 8.
Yes, right. Because otherwise, I mean, 3 items or 2 items and 8.
Exactly. He might stay in there for a while digging out items, whereas Coper is immediately going to bail. Has absolutely no reason to stay in there.
Yep, doesn't pick up the letter.
Antlers, neither one of them want that stinking letter.
No. It's like a pride thing.
Yeah. You know. Well, it doesn't even cost you inventory space because you are. Oh, here we go. It is. See, it's a recorder lake up in level 2.
Yep.
That one always opens, so it's a great check. It always opens. We have another immediate recorder block. So Antlerz is going to find it here, which is potentially a bit unfortunate for him, just because we know silvers are not here, and there's nothing other than, you know, I guess maybe a white sword would speed up combat. There's nothing relevant here.
Right. Yeah, Coper knows it's Triforce and go time. Antlerz does not.
Absolutely.
That's just a huge disadvantage for Antlerz at this point.
Yeah. So, and we already have we already have all the items that you would want. You know, white sword, red ring. If 9 is awful and is filled with, you know, forced blue dark nut rooms, you know, with turrets and all kinds of shenanigans, you know, maybe. But the wizrobes are on the overworld, which that's generally the kind of the terrible level 9 gatekeeper. So don't really have to worry about that. And then like Coper has this wand that he just pulled out of 3, so he's able to do these rooms faster. It's just like, it seems like Coper has right ordered this more so than Antlerz has. He's just kind of a step ahead of him each way.
Well, and it's, I don't know that I'd call it so much right order as resource management. Because, you know, Antlerz, if he had bombs when he was in the Northeast, he would have found 6 when Coper did.
Yeah, but some of that was like Coper gets the drop, Antlerz doesn't. You know, it's one of those things where it's you know, somewhat skill and somewhat just kind of the luck of the draw.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point too, I can see Antlerz Triforce going out of this dungeon. You've got a recorder. You know,
I would.
Enough Triforce.
You know that there's an item in 3 that you know basically where it is. You just can't get to it.
Yep.
But now you can. Ditto for 4. Yeah. Yep. No, I'm leaving. But you got to be feeling the pressure. 55 minutes in, and you're only halfway through your Triforce count.
Yeah. Yep. It's never
the way
a good
these
feeling.
speeds go. These are fast, you know. So for me, I'm trying to finish around the hour mark, 105, somewhere around in there. And if I'm not close, then I definitely feel behind. Now bombs could be a difference maker here, because just like for this dungeon, Antlerz is sitting at 9 to jkoper's 1.
Right.
So obviously jkoper can do a force.
Yeah, he's got a 5 bomb capacity advantage.
Yeah, because he spent a bomb in the mugger. This is going to be a staircase. Red candle. Yeah, that's a skip. Maybe Antlerz. I don't think Antlerz will pick it up just because he's not picking up stuff like the letter. But
yeah,
you would consider it, I guess, more so on his side just because he doesn't have the wand.
Nope.
I'm not surprised by that. I don't know that I would have picked it up in his shoes either.
Yeah, I mean, red ring is the only thing I think I'd be picking up at this point. Assault. Maybe white sword if it was.
Yeah, I would for sure pick up a white sword. It's just so much faster.
Yep.
Even Ganon, you know, it's like it's just so many less hits. You know, that can be the swing in a match right there.
You called it earlier. Are we looking for a Triforce and a Chevy room here?
I always love clearing Chevy rooms and 8s.
There's one in the Coper side.
Yep. That's an immediate, unless it's something like really nasty. It's like, for me, level 5, like this room that Antlerz is in now, if I'm in level 5, I'm clearing this on the island.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in, here is the Triforce up at the top of the foyer. So if Antlerz just keeps going straight, he'll get it soon. So if he leaves, then we're still essentially tied. Yeah. Coper just has the exploration in 6 on him, which, like we said, you know, doesn't necessarily mean anything.
We'll see. Here it is.
Not going to go immediately. I don't mind this. There's one room here. You know, go ahead and check it. Luckily, he has bombs. That would have been really frustrating if he didn't. And has a sword. That's the other thing with the with the dongos. You can smoke them, but you can't kill them if you don't have a sword. And then obviously you'd have to feed them twice.
So Coper is thinking, maybe?
Yeah, maybe he's just trying to remember where 7 was. 5, 6, 7. 5 is in the Armos, 7 is in the forest, 6 was over in the northeast, so definitely makes sense to go ahead and do 7 first and then work your way over to 5 and then...
Yeah, Antlerz is going to up the new 5, which isn't that large now that we see the map.
No, not too bad at all. I don't know if anybody ever threw a bomb on this wall here. Just assume that they did. Just in trying to kill the Dark Nuts, but could have been right here. Looks like
a little whistle there.
Yeah, I think that was accidental. jkoper is in 7. Okay, he does not have the compass, so here's some ground that Antlerz can make up. However long it takes jkoper to find the Triforce here is all time that Antlerz is gaining on him.
Yes.
And you can't bomb there.
So close.
This is another, this room, we'll see. So this is what, 5950, let's say, when Antlerz walked in. He's got all these bombs.
And this is required.
And this is required. So we know that jkoper is coming through here. If he uses up his bombs in 7, maybe he goes and, well, no, you can't buy him because he only has 10 rupees.
Let's have the wand advantage.
That's true. He does have the wand.
But
yeah, you're right.
With the book, though, yeah, that's
true. And he doesn't have red ring, so that's
right.
Yeah, so this took Antlerz about 45 seconds, 50 seconds, something like that to clear that out.
Yeah,
we'll see how long it takes jkoper when he comes back.
It's a lot of breadstick room practice right there, paying off.
Absolutely.
In vanilla.
So this was a definite ladder block here. I'm not sure that they actually cleared this room. Although, if they should have, if they could have, because the Triforce actually spawns in that moat where you can flip into it.
I don't think that. I'm sure they had a sword, but I don't know that they had a ranged weapon.
This that also, I forgot. I think maybe that's the static spawn for that room. If this item is already there, then it's in the moat, and if it's not, then it spawns in the middle.
This is the item, right?
This is the item. This is our heart, which he's picking up. Wants to take a stab at Mags, I suppose. It's kind of funny how different runners kind of value different things. Here we go. That's what I was talking about. This is the static spawn in the moat,
which you could have clipped over, I guess.
Yeah, you can pick that up without the ladder if you can clip. It's okay, hit the bubble, but you got your potion. You're fine. If you pick up the ladder, you can always get another potion.
jkoper's going to take the Dig Dogger route to get to this Triforce. I expect we'll see Antlerz do the same when he returns.
I think you had to, because I think that jkoper had bombs when he went through there.
Oh, he went through. Yeah, I remember Antlerz didn't have bombs to try and bomb south.
Yeah, I think jkoper threw a bomb on that wall and you couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. Okay, well there you go. It's another required block.
All right, here is the Triforce. Oh, he's gonna get the item.
So
here's one of the item. So 102.40. So however long it takes him to find this item.
I don't know what Antlerz is doing at this. I mean, he doesn't have a sword. He's found the staircase item.
Oh, he did. He found the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
At this point, I can only assume the race itself is becoming a toll.
Yeah, he found the. Maybe he is confused about the floor items. You're right, though. Yeah, he just picked the container. He walked down and got it. Mm-hmm. There's the compass. Well, we're back in 6 with the map. jkoper has already cleared out a lot of this. I haven't seen his HUD screen recently, but
no, but he has to have seen at least 75% of those rooms.
I think there's like the bottom part of the jaw that's left to explore.
Yep.
Take the stair. Oh, he's gonna potion. What is he doing? Unless he's trying to get the container heart, the floor heart.
I mean,
so
maybe, but we haven't seen mags yet, so I
no, but yeah, I don't know.
And especially with the caliber of, of his skill set, he's not one that would, be looking to, it's not Shaddy here we're talking about. He's going to check mags at every opportunity. Not that Shaddy needs magical sword either. That's just a.
Yeah, I don't know if he's even in chat. You're talking about him here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Himself.
But you know what I mean. It's not like Antlerz is going to be like,
right.
oh, I need to get this, and
he's fine with sword, 3 hearts, green tunic.
Yeah, with that not pushing, that block not pushing, it seems to me that he has already forgotten, unfortunately, that he had gotten the heart out of the basement of this dungeon.
Yeah, well, he's taking his Triforce now, so that cost him. I forget what I said. I forget what the time was.
We were pretty much like right at the 1 hour mark when he entered, when he was in that blue dark armor.
Yes, that's right. He spent, I think, about 2 minutes looking for an item. Something like that. Well, we'll see what happens here. He's going to find 6 here quickly, so hopefully he finds silvers, and then, at that point, he's done looking for items. He's going to have everything he needs.
Yep.
And jkoper, I mean, this Triforce is deep in 6.
Have we seen the transport to that isolated room?
I know that jkoper went through it, because he just went through a transport, but I don't remember...
Will there be 2 sets of transports in there because of that?
Yeah, that island? Anytime you have a segment like that, you're going to have the vanilla. So shapes takes first quest logic. So you've got transport stairs in 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then 6 set of stairs in 9, and then here Antlerz is finding level 6 here. It's good. We're all tied up as far as level knowledge. You can see its HUD map. He has been in that one-off room. Just hasn't been to the bottom portion.
Right.
This is the silver
right here, right?
This is the silver room right here, I do believe. It was pretty early. So just to finish my thought, so shapes, it takes your first quest logic, and then it adds stairs per segment. So started with 1 stair, there's the silvers for Antlerz. So he is in go mode.
Gotta be happy about that.
Definitely happy about that. He's got the Triforce out of 5, so just needs to get the Triforce out of 6, and then he knows exactly where the Triforce is in 7.
Yeah.
It did take jkoper a little bit of time to go through that dungeon.
And it's adjacent to 9.
It's right there, yeah. It's right there. So nice, smart routing. I mean, they have the recorder, so he's able to... jkoper will be able to whistle to 7 to get to 9. So we'll see if Antlerz kind of keeps going down and doesn't take this transport, which I don't think he is want to do. He likes to stay on his route.
Yep.
He could really close this gap because he's kind of on jkoper's heels, and we know that it's going to be down here somewhere.
So do we know the implications of this race?
This is jkoper's first race. I believe he has a match with Cantaloupe later this evening.
Okay.
And then has to still race Potato Pony.
Okay.
Antlerz, I believe, beat Potato Pony by a close margin. I want to say like a minute or 2, and lost to Cantaloupe. So I believe it's looking like it's Cantaloupe jkoper's group to win. But Antlerz can certainly play spoiler. I'm sure there's some math shenanigans where if Antlerz beats jkoper and jkoper loses to Potato Pony or something, I don't know. Somebody smarter than me is gonna have to figure that out.
So it really comes down to if Antlerz wins this and jkoper beats Cantaloupe and me, then we could potentially have ties that go into that tiebreaker. Right? You got time.
Could be. Yeah, I like this to be the Triforce room.
Yeah, and I don't think jkoper cleared this room. It's a compass.
It's almost just as good. Here's the Triforce right here. This is... Antlerz just made up gads of time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that whole northeast part of 6.
Gads of time. The compass is in the room south of here, which is already exposed. He's already seen it. I think it's even more than 3 to 4 minutes. Because Koper was in here earlier and spent a lot of time in 6.
Well, and on top of that, like, I actually favor Antlers right now to enter 9 fire. Because Koper's got to go through the force combat of 5.
Oh, for sure. So he's 100% he's going to beat him to it, because all he has to do is go kill a Digdogger.
Right, exactly. So we have a very, very exciting and very close race. After all that running around.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be a 9 at the same time. You know, not walking into it at the same time, but I just mean, you know, unless Ganon is 1 room in and Zelda's behind him, in which case I believe this is Antler's race to lose. They're going to be kind of wandering around looking for the princess together, would be my guess.
So what do you want to see out of 9 tonight? Like a full 64 block?
I have seen 2 in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all he has to do here is kill this Wallmaster and this Digdogger, and then he's at the Triforce. Yeah, you know, actually, what I think is the Trollier 9, and we might have already have seen the map. I can't remember if they had the book when they went in there or not, but for me, with the new update, the maps of 9 can be kind of crazy, and you can enter it in, you know, 5 rows up.
Oh yeah.
In the far right column, and I find anytime that's the case, it's like Staircase City. You got to go through a whole bunch of staircases. All right, they are doing this all basically at the same time. It just depends on how long it takes Koper to find the Triforce, which I believe was in that kind of bottom left.
Yeah, you had to take a linear path to get there, but it was in, I believe, his G column.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, Antlers is a 9, and it is mostly full.
Oh wow, 60 rooms.
Yeah, we're missing 2 rooms there, close to where he's at. 1 room in the corner.
So I don't know that we have game audio.
Yeah, if we could change the audio to Antlers, that would be great. I'm sure that Kairos is working on it. If his audio is usable, there we go.
There we go.
Only 2 bombs left for that. You know, that max capacity of 13, but Koper's actually going to go in probably way more bombs than Antlers has.
Oh, there's Zelda's room.
Zelda's room. Yeah, and the random tournament, you're really excited to find that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because usually Zelda was in it. Antlers can count, that is true. And there's the Triforce for Koper. So Antlers is only going to have about a 2-minute lead into 9. Koper's one whistle to 7 away. Looks like a pretty forced path here.
It is. It's very linear, but it's this is the last bomb.
Yeah, and he chose correctly. He can't count now. I mean, he can, but it's not going to do him any good.
So we're listening for the War of Ganon and a shutter door that doesn't open when all the enemies are cleared, which indicates Zelda.
That's right. Could be this room right here.
Yep.
And we don't have hints. No hints that are useful in this, so it doesn't matter what the old man would say. This is not it.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it's a transport.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's going to have to take a staircase here. Get in a different place.
So far, I think Blue Lionels have been the only bomb-dropping enemies that we've seen.
I believe that we hear the roar now.
Oh, yeah.
And we got all the doors. So unless he's south, we've got Ganon. That's a shutter door right there.
Oh, man, that could be...
Nope.
Nope.
Koper's not going to be too far behind him, assuming that he goes north here, takes the staircase.
Yeah, I mean, Koper will have an option to bomb north. There, no, maybe, no.
Nope. And that's not Ganon, so Ganon, hopefully it's to the left for Antlers. Hopefully he's to the left. Can't bomb down.
So
there he is.
He could take 3 direct hits from Ganon. Well, 2 before
He
he
could,
dies.
yeah, the third one's gonna kill him.
Yep. Let's see if we can get a
I don't
stun
expect
lock.
Ganon to move from this bottom left corner now.
No, but Antler's being out of bombs, he's gonna have to take some more linear routes to try and find the girl.
Yeah, Koper is. He took a different way, but
He should be able to hear him. Well, unless he can't hear him over.
I was gonna say he can hear him now, assuming that he can tell the difference, which I cannot. I haven't been able to master that. The Dig Dogger roar sounds a little differently when Ganon's adjacent. But at this point, yeah, we have a shutter door open. It's going to be GG for Antlers. Oh boy, doesn't have a bomb.
Oh no.
We do have a door right here. This could be it. And we've got 2 options to get to her.
So exciting.
There she is. Wow, what a close race. It all came down to 6 exploration. Antlers being able to blitz through 6. He is going to be our winner tonight. Get your GGs out in chat for Antlerz44. Tonight's winner.
That is impressive. Of all the hiccups that he had during this run, that he was able to come back and.
That is outstanding.
I didn't actually see. Now I don't know if Koper heard Ganon adjacent to that Dig Dogger, whether or not he did hear and couldn't bomb in or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We are joined in the booth here with our winner, Antlers. GG's.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys.
So very nicely done. This was a really interesting race to watch. It was very close. You unfortunately didn't find 6 early, and Koper did. So he had his silvers way before you did.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, once you see them and they're one room in, you're like, what the heck? You just didn't have bombs when you were in that northeast corner.
I didn't have bums for a lot of the seed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was very surprised that Koper wasn't already done when I was walking in 9.
Well,
I wrong-weighed the seed pretty badly, so I'm guessing he also did in some way.
the biggest difference was 6. So he found 6, but you went like on a beeline to the Triforce. Well, to the compass, but then the Triforce is right there. And so he actually spent a long time in 6, his first dig in when he got the silvers.
Right.
Didn't find the Triforce, didn't find the compass, but probably went into 25 rooms.
Okay.
And then he went back to 6 before you did, and you got there a little bit behind him, but you were like right on his heels going to that bottom section. So he pulled the Triforce out, I don't know, 30 seconds, 45 seconds before you did. So you made up just an enormous amount of time just in that dig of 6.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, what's that?
I was going to say, at that point, you still had 7 to complete, and you knew where the Triforce was. Koper still had to finish 5 before going to 9. So he had that forced combat in that blue dark armor.
Also, Koper's asking for an invite in race time if we can get him one.
Yeah, well, I think somebody behind the scenes has to do that. I don't.
Gotcha.
Just do talking. I'm not sure how to do that.
But yeah, 6. I guess right wing that saved me because it was pretty. Man, I did the overworld in the complete wrong order. I felt like I found the dungeons in the wrong order. I just felt like I did everything wrong except for 6 in that seed, and obviously 9. I did not. I mean, I guess there were probably some staircases before the one I took that could send you on the wrong path, maybe. But yeah, 9 was pretty easy.
Yeah, I think the other thing that helped you out in 9 was actually running out of bombs, because then you couldn't bomb walls, so it just kind of forced you to keep taking open doors and stairs, which led you right to Ganon.
Sure.
Yeah, the other thing as well, we noticed that you had a couple mental miscues, if you will, in both level 5 and level 1. And to be honest, both Homer and I forgot what the third item in one was, or the second item.
Yeah, I definitely picked up 3 items in there, and I did not
Right.
remember that I
Yeah,
picked up 3 items in there.
Right, we forgot about the any key, and then in 5, we
Yeah.
we couldn't wrap our minds around what you were doing, because we know you saw the the floor, not the floor, the stair heart, and then you were still going around looking for stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I was at that point. I was kind of I was kind of resigned to thinking I was going to lose anyway, so I was kind of like checked out mentally a little bit.
Understandable. We've all been there.
Yeah.
We are joined in chat by jkoper. GG, sir.
Yeah,
I know this
GG, man.
wasn't the result you wanted, but it was a well-fought race, both of you. Really, the difference was just the amount of time that you spent in 6. Just the unfortunate map, and you cleared out almost the whole thing. And Antlerz was able to kind of luckbot his way through to the bottom. He just kind of had a tractor beam right for the compass, so he went almost immediately to the Triforce. And the lead that you had on him, because you had Silver's knowledge and in your possession way before he even knew where 6 was. But all of that was just kind of unfortunate for you that it took as long as it did just to get through Shape 6. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, in the first time you were in there, you didn't have the Atlas.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, there was basically rooms everywhere anyway. It wasn't like hard to get around. It was just everything, and I didn't have a sword for most of it, so that was upsetting. But the real problem was the ladder by far. I mean, that's what slowed me down the most.
Yeah, I mean, you both had that about the exact same time, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing that was interesting, is that you both neglected to do the forest just kind of organically. Neither one of you routed it in just because you didn't have a candle early. And so you kind of both cleared the overworld in a similar fashion. The only difference being you had more bombs than Antlerz did, like up in the northeast, so you were able to do 6, where he went right to 4. So you both had ladder about at the exact same time. Any key, book, all of that. It was kind of a nice little combo having one there with all the goodies. So it was really, really close. It really boiled down to Shape 6, and that 6 was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say there was probably a minute at most time differential between when you guys entered 9.
What did you say?
I think there was only about a minute difference between when the two of you entered 9.
Yeah, something like that.
A minute between that,
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You finished 9 that quickly?
So his 6 and his 9 were ridiculous. I mean, just like it was one of those things where his 6, the natural path just took him south, and then to the right he found the compass. Boom. For 9, 9 kind of forced you a certain direction. I think there was some stairs that he passed, didn't take, went up to a dead end staircase, didn't have any bombs, so took the staircase, which popped him out either right by Ganon or a couple of rooms from Ganon.
No, it was
the room that you
right?
come out. You heard the roar.
Yeah.
So and then the compass was what, 2 rooms north of that transport?
2 or 3, yeah.
So.
Yeah, so just one of those, I don't think there's anything to glean from did this, didn't do this. It's just kind of one of those randomizers, kind of randomizer. Level 6 was level 6, and level 9 was level 9, and that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. But I think you both, you put up a nice, good fight. It was an entertaining, exciting race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Antlerz says he had basically resigned himself to losing, but it doesn't sound like he played 6 and 9 that way.
Well, honestly, like going into 6, like doing 6 and 9, I just pretty much like straight lined both of them. I mean, I wasn't really thinking too hard about where I was going in either of them. I was just kind of clearing rooms, and like after I got through 6, and I saw that I took like literally the optimal path, I was like, well, okay, maybe, I'm going to level 9 now. Maybe there is some hope. I go in level 9, you're not done, and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. And at the point I killed Ganon and still no done, I was like, oh crap, this actually might happen. But I was just really surprised because I wrong-wayed the overworld really badly. I did all of Death Mountain before I had the ladder. I found level 7 super late.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did it like at the exact same time. Like I'm telling you,
you found level 7 within a minute of each other.
Yeah, you went from the north, so he found 9 before 7, but I mean, it was like within moments. You literally, you hit the forest at the same time. So GG's to both of you. It's exciting. I think jkoper, I believe you still have another race this evening.
Yeah, I'm racing Cantaloupe later in a couple hours. It's a big race, but I gotta go, guys. Thank you for the comms and everything.
Sure. Best of luck this evening.
GG again, Antlers.
GG's,
I'll see you guys.
Good luck tonight.
Yeah. Take a break. Good luck tonight. I'm sure we'll be watching that. That race will be pretty pivotal, I think, for the group. So now, Antlers, you have 1 up on jkoper. Cantaloupe has 1 up on you. So if let's see, if jkoper beats Cantaloupe,
I'll tell you right now, the math is not in my favor. It's gonna be, unless something really crazy. I don't even know if it's possible for me to make it in at this point. I know that Koper would have to beat Cantaloupe me pretty badly.
Yeah, you need Koper to win for sure.
But I just don't think the time differential. I think either if Koper beats Cantaloupe me bad enough for me to get the time differential on Cantaloupe me, then Koper is going to have the time differential on me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you got him by what, about 6.5 minutes, something like that. So
yeah, Cantaloupe me got the differential on me by 5 minutes, but the kicker is Cantaloupe me beat Potato Pony by a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
So, I think he got him by 15-20 minutes or so, and I got him by 1 minute. So that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
But,
well, I mean, you did what you did today, so you did what you had to do, and that's all you can do, right?
Yep.
Hopefully
It was fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch them tonight and see which one of them goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be another good match. This was an exciting one. I was excited when I saw this on the schedule. I wanted to call it just because I respect both of you as runners and thought that we'd get to see a really exciting race. So thanks for the show you put on.
I was sloppy seconds. Nobody wanted to talk.
Oh,
I appreciate you guys calling it and whoever's doing the tracking and the guys behind the scenes for the restream. So thanks to everybody.
It's a great race.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Let's give our runners a follow. jkoper and Antlerz44. They both have a number of games that they play. So Zelda's just one of their kind of passion.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I guess I gave some bad info. I guess I didn't think about Potato Pony still hasn't played Koper. So if Koper wins tonight by a lot against Cantaloupe me, and then beats jkoper, then I could still have an N. So
that's
it's a very specific path, but I could still have an N. So I'm a big Potato Pony fan right now.
Never say never. Yeah. So Koper wins and Potato Pony wins big.
I'm a Koper fan tonight, then a Potato Pony fan after that. So
yeah, you need to get your T-shirts on.
Let's do it.
You're
never give up hope.
jkoper fanboy T-shirt on tonight.
Right, Potato Pony in chat is if he smokes Koper, yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, keep your head up. Anything is possible. Go out there, do your best, have some fun.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I am Homer J Smash, joined by XO. We had Kairos doing our tracking tonight, so thank you to him. Go ahead and give all of those wonderful people a follow. I'd like to thank everybody for the restream help. Thanks for everybody out in chat for hanging out with us. Hope you all had as much fun as I did. We have a lot more happening tonight. If let's see here, if I could pull that schedule up quickly, I will say what it is.
Yeah, in chat here we got a Mario Kart 64 time trial.
All right, that's coming up next.
SpeedGaming 3. No. That's on SpeedGaming 3. I do not know what's on the SpeedGaming channel.
All right, SpeedGaming 3, you got that. As far as Zelda 1 Randomizer goes, tonight looks like no restreams as of yet confirmed, but we do have some real pivotal matches. Error72 versus Chrono JJ, which is important for that group. If Error wins against Chrono JJ, then I believe it goes to time differential against Fury and Error and Alsoa. Not sure the math on that. And then Chess Jerk, that's at 10:45 p.m. Chess Jerk and Eat My Steel race at 11:15. That race will decide Group 4. If Chess Jerk wins, he's in. If Eat My Steel wins, then it goes to time differential between Eat My Steel, Chess Jerk, and Psytown. And then we have the aforementioned jkoper versus Cantaloupe Me at 11:45, which will have implications for Group 5, I believe this is. So be sure to check out those runners. I'm not sure if any is going to get picked up by SpeedGaming or not, but you can always watch in their home channel, the runners' home channel. So thanks a lot, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. XO, I'll let you take us out of here, brother.
Goodbye, farewell. There's more to that, but I don't remember it.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, see you later.
Good night.